actually using it, then a lot of people get more interested.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing, River.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and jump over to Robin. Robin, are you on with us?
Hi.
Hi, Robin. If you can go ahead and share a little bit about yourself, your why, and your journey so far in the business.
Okay. Hi, I'm Robin. I am originally from Akitan, Alaska. It's like a village on the Aleutian chain. There's only 80 people. But I grew up in like Anchorage and the interior and stuff. I met Ariel when I went to school in Galena. And I don't know what else to say. But my why. So I didn't really have like a legitimate why for my kids, why I needed more money. I had my why was because I saw how much Ariel was succeeding in this business, and I was like, well, I can do that too. And I guess I'm really competitive, and I just saw how good she was doing and how positive and uplifting everything about her was. And so I was like, well, that's a lot of motivation, and that got me going. What was the other question?
Sharing your why, sharing your journey and your story, like what life looked like before It Works.
Okay, before It Works, I was actually in my final semester of college, and I have 2 kids. I was just going to school full time, have my kids. I needed some extra money. I couldn't get a job because I was about to graduate, and so I was like, I'll just get some extra money and join It Works. And then the month that I graduated, May, I really slowed down. I graduated. I had to find a new job. I was busy between my kids, a new job, and graduating. And I slowed down until the last day of the month. Then I just had to reach a goal, and I reached it.
Do you feel living in a small area of only 80 people, how do you keep enrolling so many distributors and so many loyal customers?
Well, I actually live in Anchorage. I'm just from Akitan. And so Anchorage is a lot bigger, but my main base of people is people I am in contact with is a lot of them are from Akitan, from Nikolsky. Their addresses don't even register on the e-suite. They can't sign up. I have to sign them up. Oh. I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. I was being consistent. I got that promotion, and then everybody started messaging me and commenting more, and especially how River said, when she posts pictures of her using the products, that gets a hell of a lot more people interested. I'll post pictures of the perks of being a loyal customer, and I'll get my boyfriend, he'll or my fiance, he'll like my picture, but not people. But then when I post pictures of me drinking the greens, I got 5 people hey, I want to try this greens. What is it? What's in it? And then the most recent loyal customers, they messaged me and asked, and then they signed up. I didn't get them, but I think it's they saw my consistency, they saw my posting, they saw my success so far, and they were just really interested in it. And these are people I've had relationships with. They've known me my entire life. So I have a pretty big support system there with family and family friends and a community feel. And then my newest distributor, she actually works in my office. It was the first time I ever mentioned It Works to her. I just was like, hey, do you want to do this? I mean, you're super awesome. You have a lot of friends. I know you can do good in this. And she was like, yeah, no regrets, right? No regrets. And she signed up.
That's amazing. Do you work most of your business off of Facebook or more person to person?
At work, it's person to person. If at school, when I was at UAA, it was person to person. But the majority of it is Facebook. I message a ton of people a day. I do a ton of follow-ups. Just the other day, I was messaging a girl. I sent my 3rd unreplied message to her, and she finally replied. And she was like, hey, I've been meaning to message you. I want to get these products. I want to get the wraps, and I want to get the greens, and I want to get the hair, skin, and nails. And I was like, oh my God, so awesome. I'm so excited for you. And so she's still potential. She still hasn't signed up yet, but I'm positive about that one because she reached out after I messaged 3 times with no response.
I love that. It just goes to show you never know. You could be following up and reaching out, and then all of a sudden, eventually they come around, whether it's the right post that gets them or the following up message, or they're just ready. So that's good that you're constantly watering and planting your seeds. I love that. I'll ask you the same question that I asked River, and then I know Ariel works with you really closely, and she has a question for you as well. But if someone shows interest, whether it's in person or on Facebook, what do you tell them?
Well, I feel like at first, when I first started, I feel like I lost a lot of loyal customers just by being like, hey, so did you want to go buy that product? I can give you my website. Mm-hmm. I actually just start with, hey, how are you doing? Like, how's it going? I haven't talked to you in a really long time. It's really good to hear from you. And if I don't have a relationship built with them, if they're not my family or my cousin or my like close friend, I build the relationship. And then I'm just like, so were you interested in getting that product? Did you want more information about the cleanse? I can ask any questions you have or give you more information about other products.
I love that.
I really feel like just build a relationship if it's not there. I felt spammy in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And you feel like you're enrolling more now, being more personable and asking how their day is.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. Ariel, do you want to ask her a question? I know you had a really good one for her.
Yeah. So Robin, you, like you said, in May, you graduated, got this job, and things were just super busy, like in your personal life. And I guess it's like a 2-part kind of question. So why don't you talk about that? In that month, how you kind of stopped working, like how did that affect your business?
Oh man, it affected it really bad. When I stopped, like I wasn't really posting, I wasn't messaging people, I wasn't adding people, and then you told me, you were like, we're getting you to executive, we're getting you there, and I signed 3 loyal customers in 1 day because I wanted to get to executive. And like with your help and your encouragement, that's just what pushed me to get there. And like you've been giving me these challenges to like sign a loyal customer, sign a distributor. I'm just like, okay, now it's like a competition. Now I have to do this. And I did it. Today I didn't really get the 2 loyal customers, but I have a lot of potentials and like still following up with people. And it's just you have to really want it. Like I didn't really want it. I was like in the beginning of May, I was like, man, I have to get to Ruby by the end of this month. I'm not gonna get there. And I didn't get my $1,000 Ruby bonus, but that's okay because I'm not working just towards $1,000. Like my fiance won that in bingo last week, so I'm not working just towards that. I'm working towards this for a lifetime. Like when I talk to my new distributor, I'm like, look at this girl who just welcomed you on this page. That's Adriana. She's really high up in this company. I was like, that's what I'm working for. That's what I want. This to be a lifestyle, not just for now because I want an extra $100. Like I want to build this into, this is what I am.
Mm-hmm. I think that's good that you pointed that out, leaders. I think it's really important that we're checking our e-suite and looking at reports and really reaching out to our team members and letting them know that, hey, you guys are rocking it, and I want you to be my executive. Like, start running with your runners, the people who are getting on the Zooms, people that are going to the calls, people that are coming to the events, people that don't have to be reminded things. If they're working this business, let them know, I want to run with you, I want to work with you, let's get you to Ruby and really run with your runners. So I love that you said that. Ariel, did you have a second part to that question?
I did, but she kind of answered it already.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So this girl, like, she didn't do anything, like, at all. Like, her volume dropped significantly. She was, I'm not gonna lie, she was like really, really far from executive. I messaged her like the last couple of days of the month, and I was like, hey, we can do this, we can do this. And, just sending little words of encouragement. And then finally on the last day, I was like, okay, we need 400 BV, but we're going to make it happen. I don't care you don't think that it can happen. I know that it can happen. I've seen it happen. We're going to do it. And, I don't push everybody like that, but I know that I just knew that she could do it, that if she put her mind to it, she could do it. And now this girl is like unbelievable. Like, I don't even know how many loyal customers she signed up on. Go check, but it's been a lot. And, just, I think it just comes down to having that mindset, like telling yourself, yes, I can do this. And, saying that out loud to yourself every single day. How so incredible.
And giving yourself a goal, stretching yourself. That's awesome.
Yeah, you already answered my question. So.
Yes, thank you for sharing, Robin. That's amazing. Again, you were so busy multitasking with life, and yet you're still rocking this business, so that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and move to Sienna. Hi, Sienna. I'm so proud of this girl. I met her because of River. River enrolled her. She's such a rock star. And she, too, is running towards Diamond. Sienna, there was a time that she was semi-working this business, and now she has a bigger why. She has a son, and she's pregnant with her second little one, and she went to conference as well. That was in February, and I really feel like that lit a fire in Sienna's heart. And she is totally running and totally going for it. And Sienna, I will pass it to you. Do you want to share what life was like before it works and how things are right now?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I joined March of last year, so a little over a year ago. And during that time, my husband just joined the Army, so he was in training. He was in basic training and other initial training that you have to do before you get to your first student station family. So it was just my son. We were kind of alone. We lived with my parents, but I didn't have my husband, so we were alone. And I was doing school online, so I was taking college courses online, so I was able to stay home with him. But we actually weren't struggling financially because I lived with my parents and they charged us rent, but it was very low, and my husband didn't have any expenses because he was in training, so they paid for your, they feed him and he has a bed to sleep in and everything. So we weren't really tight on money. We were saving a lot, but I was just lost because I didn't have my husband. It was just me and my son, and I'm a young mother, and all my friends were very young and immature, and I just felt so lost, and I didn't know what my future was going to look like. I knew that when he was done with his training in June that we were going to move, and I didn't even know where we were moving to or when, or I had no idea. It could have been out of the country for all we know, because you just don't know in the Army. And I didn't know if I was going to keep going to school after we moved, or if I was going to try and get a job. But I barely have gone to school at all, and I don't have any job experience really, so I would have been having to work minimum wage. And I just didn't know what my future held, and so I started praying, and I didn't even know what I was praying for at the time, but I prayed for about 2 weeks. I prayed for something that would be flexible and something that would, I literally prayed exactly for what this business has given me. I didn't even know about It Works at the time, but I think I prayed consistently, like every day for like 2 weeks, and then I just saw my upline, River. She posted something about Wrap Cash on Facebook, and it was like, ask me about my wrap job. And so I messaged her, and I was like, what is your wrap job? And she told me, and I wasn't even 18 yet, so I was still 17, and I was like, listen, I turn 18 in a couple weeks, and I'm going to get my debit card, and I'm going to order a kit. And that's what I did. So that was a year ago, and I just took off running, and I got my Ruby bonus. And then I did, after we moved, because I joined in March and we moved in June, my team kind of yeah, I slowed down and I stopped working, but definitely I think in like the fall I got back on it, and especially since conference, I've been like on fire, and I'm so happy with my business now.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Proud of you, Sienna. I wanted to ask you, how are you sealing the deal with all these loyal customers?
I have certain words that I use, and I'm super friendly with everyone. Like, I totally get to know everyone before I even start talking to them about the product. But I get to know them, talk with them a little bit, and just certain words that I use, I guess. I always use 90-day challenge.
How do you make people feel like they should order today? Like, you've had so many new loyal customers this month.
Honestly, those customers have just come to me. One was from a wrap party, an online wrap party. But they just have, those ones have just been kind of lucky. They just kind of came to me and said they were ready to order.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, it's just a ton of following up, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been so consistent with my posting lately that people are just getting so convinced by just my Facebook and my Instagram that I hardly even have to really follow up with them, because my posting is already the follow-up.
Do you want to share a little bit about what your posting looks like that's making them want to order the products?
I think definitely it's that I am using the products myself a lot, which is kind of funny because I'm pregnant, so I actually can't use a lot of the products, but the ones that I do use, I have completely fallen in love with. And I just post about the same couple products that I do use over and over again, and people totally see that I'm in love with them. And especially on my online wrap party, I just gave my testimony of all the products that I just loved, and people could just see how they truly have changed my life. So I've just really been posting a lot of me using the products. And I can't remember who said it, maybe River, but I used to post a lot of before and afters, like several a day. And I don't do that anymore. And I think it's helped a lot. Like, I really just post me using the products and people's testimonies.
I love that you shared that you're pregnant and that you can't use all the products, but yet you found the select few that you love and that you're posting and sharing. I feel like so many of us feel like we have to love every single product or be sharing about every single one. But if we really are sharing about the products that we love and that we're using, and we're being intentional about posting pictures of ourselves using the products, it's way more beneficial than posting something that looks more advertisement, like an ad. So I love that you shared that you're posting about the ones that you love and people are reaching out to you and they're ready to order. That is awesome. Ariel, do you have any questions that you want to throw in on that one?
I don't know if I have any questions. I just want to say, I definitely agree. That's awesome. I've got a lot of people that are breastfeeding and pregnant on my team right now. And I feel like that's been such a common issue with people saying like, oh, I can't sign up loyal customers and I can't sign up distributors.
Not an excuse.
Because I'm pregnant or I'm breastfeeding. And, it just goes to show that it doesn't matter. We've got, Tiana was just pregnant. She just had her baby. Adriana's pregnant. Ina was pregnant when she was in this business, and they're all triple diamonds. Mm-hmm. That doesn't stop anybody. It really just comes down to having that passion and, finding the products that you can use and that you do love. And I think that's so awesome that you pointed that out.
I love that. Okay, we have about 10 minutes left, so we're going to go ahead and meet Holly. Thanks for jumping on, Holly. If you want to share a little bit about your journey and why you started the business.
Hey everybody, I'm Holly. I was a loyal customer for about a year with Helen. I signed under Helen. And I love the products. I pretty much told my friends and family all about them and how they helped me, and like all the different products that they had to help other people too. Like I think I started out with ordering, what did I order? I think it might have been the skincare products. I think it might have been like cleanser and toner, exfoliating peel, because at the time I was going through like a major like breakout. And so I started ordering those, and then, you know, throughout the year I started getting Thermofit and Fat Fighters, and then I became roommates with Maria, who is Roberta's sister, and she was like, oh yeah, I've used the wraps before, and I was like, do they work? And she was like, well, you're a loyal customer, you can get them for 40% off, you should try them yourself. And I was like, well, I don't know if they're gonna work. And she was like, okay, we'll use one of mine. So I used them, and I drank enough water, and I noticed the next few days that I lost inches. And so I was excited about it. And so I started like telling people about the wraps, and then I started getting more excited about the more products that I was ordering. And my boyfriend and I, he's stationed out in Virginia, and I was over in Alaska, and we were in a long distance relationship for a while. But the reason that I was staying in Alaska was because I had braces on at the time. And as soon as I got my braces off, I moved out here. And ever since then, I've been trying to sign up. Well, actually, in February, a month before I got my braces taken off, I signed up as a distributor. And I started working towards my business. And at the end of April, I reached my Ruby promotion. And in May, I kind of slacked off. I slacked off a lot. I was just like, oh, I reached my Ruby promotion, I'm just going to like sit back and relax. And it didn't work out that way. Towards the end of May, I was like, oh my gosh, I was scrambling. I was like, oh my gosh, if I don't reach the end of this, then I'm going to lose my promotion. Like, oh my gosh. And then so Ariel was pushing me like crazy. Ariel was like, if we don't get Robin to executive, then you're gonna take your own promotion and go down. So I was like, oh shoot. So Robin was the one that signed like three people up in one day, and I think I signed one. And from then on, from when June started, I've signed at least 4 loyal customers and 2 distributors.
That's amazing. It just goes to show when you give yourself a goal, what you can accomplish in 2 days. And imagine if we gave ourselves daily goals like that and worked our business every day like that. That's amazing, Holly. I wanted to ask you a question. When someone asks you how much something is, how are you answering them?
How much a product is?
Yes.
I usually tell them by the loyal customer price first, and then I tell them how much the retail price is last.
I love that.
So if they say like, how much is a box of wraps? I say it's $59 at loyal customer price, or $59 or $99 at retail price, or for hair, skin, and nails, $33 or $55.
I love that, because when we do share what the retail price is and then give them the loyal customer price, it gives them a no-brainer to go loyal customer. That's like essentially 2 months worth of product for a month of one. So,
same thing that I was thinking about too, because like even when I was like a younger girl, like I remember being like 14 years old, and I was like shopping online. My mom gave me this little tiny bit debit card where I had like $50 a week when I was going to school in this boarding school in Sitka. And she had this like little tiny little debit card for me each week. And if I didn't spend so much on groceries, then I would have leftover on whatever I needed to spend it on. And that was my thing. Like I was like, I would be looking online at like I think it was called this online shopping store, like the dollar store or something.
Mhm.
And it would say something like $15.99 for a pair of pants at, like, let's say their loyal customer price. I don't remember what it was called back then. Or $55 at their retail price.
Mhm.
So I actually signed up as their loyal customer because I wanted to have that, discount.
Right. I love it. It just goes to show that like everyone wants to use a coupon, everyone wants to use a discount, and when we do share it in the manner of this is what it normally is, but this is the price you can get it at today, that people really take advantage of that loyal customer option. I would say that 99% of everyone that orders with me is a loyal customer as well, because I'm in the same exact way. We have 3 more minutes. Holly, do you want to share a tip with us, or what is working for you this month to be super successful in enrolling loyal customers?
I honestly don't really have any tips on how to sign up loyal customers or distributors, to be completely honest. I just say that the reason that it has happened is because I've been consistent with posting online. The more that you're consistent, the people that are watching you, even if they're not liking your posts or commenting on them, they're watching you 24/7. And there was this girl the other day, like a week ago. She's never, ever commented or liked my posts. And she messaged me and she was like, hey, I have a question about the wraps. And I was like, whoa, who are you?
That's awesome.
So my advice is just be consistent with what you're posting and just be positive about it. And you have no idea how many people you're attracting, even with what you're posting.
Right, I love it. It just goes to show that everyone's being consistent on their posting, they're following up, they're being intentional with their posts, showing that they're using the products, and they're sharing both options, the loyal customer and retail. We have about a minute left. Ariel, do you want to give any last thoughts or comments or tips? We have 1 more minute left.
Yeah, I'll just say quickly. I really liked, Holly, how you brought up, once you hit Ruby, you just kind of stopped. And I feel like a lot of us do that. I know whenever I hit Ruby, I stopped working my business for a month. When I hit Diamond, I stopped working for like 3 months. And I feel like it's very common for a lot of us once we hit, different promotions. We worked so hard and, like down to the wire, and it's stressful. And then we're like, okay, we did it. And we think that, we can just take a break and that the work is done. But, the work isn't over. You have to keep pushing, and, you're going to find yourself, losing ranks. And, things like that. And it's going to affect your business. It's going to affect your paychecks. And then it's going to affect your
31
team.
seconds.
Okay. So, yeah, I definitely said that, when, you accomplish a goal, you have to keep pushing those. You wake up the next day and you do it all over again and set those goals every single day. And that's going to be the difference in you getting your promotion.
I agree. The beauty is, and hopefully I don't get cut off, when you go Ruby, you don't want to stop there, because you want to help those people that enrolled under you to go Ruby too. And that's where the big blessing is. The more people you're helping, it's going to benefit you too. And it's not fun if you're the only one at the top. So don't stop when you reach a goal, because you want to help those people that are under you to reach their goals too. I hope you guys found today useful. Please comment when I post the recording, your aha moments and things you want to hear on the next Zoom. I'm so proud of all of you, and we will see you next Friday.